Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the Beaner Baseball Field here in Hutchinson, it's the HARC Major League Championship game. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupin. We welcome you aboard for HARC Youth Baseball. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupin. We'll be back with the lineups in the first pitch after this message.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
We're set for the HARC Major League Championship game. The Angels taking on the Pirates. Both of these teams with big wins in the semifinals. The Angels a 10-0 win over the Astros. The Pirates an 8-0 win over the Yankees. Carson Scott leading things off for the Angels, facing Tate Musco. The Pirates first pitch on the way high for ball one to the Angels catcher Carson Scott. Scott in that semifinal round went 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored for the Angels. 1-0 on the way. Scott hits it on the ground to short. Nice snare there. Pavlicko over to first in time to Kravosky for the first out of the top half of the first inning as Scott retired 6-3. Xander Call coming to the plate next. The Angels center fielder here today. Call was 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored in the semifinal round. Set the rest of the Angels lineup here in just a moment. Tate Musco will wind and fire the first pitch to Call. It's high for ball one. Johnny Dukes batting third. He's pitching. Carter Rosendale, the shortstop in the cleanup spot. Jaden Ringer batting fifth. He's playing first base. Lucas Mathias batting sixth out in left field. Tyler Gasper batting seventh. He's playing second base. Braden Puowar batting eighth. He's playing right field. Ethan Jenko batting ninth and playing third base. And the DH is Drake Schaefer batting 10th. Getting a new ball here for Musco. Pirates defensively have Hunter Rabb out in the left, Ian Hamilton in center, Connor Kalich in right. Now we're set to go here. Musco's next pitch to Xander Call. It's a 1-0. The call pops up in foul territory. The ball hits the fence out of play. Evens things up at 1-1. Parker Hoff playing third for the Pirates. Brody Pavlicko playing short. Livingston playing second. Devin Kravosky playing first, Musco on the mound, and Alex Sutton catching. And there's Xander Call hitting it right to Pavlicko. Long throw over to first, not in time. Infield single for Xander Call, getting things started for the Angels with 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. That'll bring up Johnny Duke, the pitcher. Duke went 0 for 2, was also hit by a pitch in the semifinal round. Starter on the mound here today for the Angels. Musco's first pitch to Duke. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Hopping away from the catcher Alex Sutton. Down to second, Xander Call. Musco, a little look over towards the Pirates dugout. Now set to go. Next pitch to Duke. Fastball that Duke fouls off. Kind of 0-2. Musco to Duke with Call now in scoring position at second. with 1 out in a scoreless game just underway, top of the first. Pirates and Angels, HARC Major League Championship game. Musco's 0-2 to Duke. And Johnny hits it high in the air. Charging Ian Hamilton will glove it down for the second out of the inning. Good job, Ian, out there in center field. Now Carter Rosendale coming to the plate. Rosendale, a couple of walks, RBI, and a run scored in this semifinal round, playing shortstop here today. Coming to the plate with 2 outs and call on second. First pitch from Musco, breaking ball, swing and a miss from Rosendale. Counted 0-1. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61, and on our YouTube page by searching South Union Television. Next pitch to Rosendale, Owen in the dirt, hopping away from Sutton, called down to third. Count now 1-1 to Carter Rosendale. Musco's 1-1 now on the way. Pitch missed low, look out. Here's Call coming towards the plate, and he's safe. So Xander Call scoring the game's first run. The Angels strike first, aggressive base running here in the top half of the first inning. Now the base is empty. A 1 already across. And a 2-1 count to Carter Rosendale from Tate. Musco fires the fastball that Rosendale fouls off. Count now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, and Rosendale stays alive with a little foul tip. That one's high. And now we're full 3-2. Musco to Rosendale. 2 outs just underway, top of the first, a run already across. Xander Call, an infield single, some aggressive base running brought him home. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball. Again, Rosendale fouls it back. Here we go again, 3-2. Fastball, low for ball 4. So Rosendale aboard with 2 outs. Now Jaden Ringer will come to the plate. Ringer went 2 for 3 in the semifinal round, had a triple and a double. Looking for an extra base hit here that might bring home Rosendale. Ringer very dangerous at the plate. First pitch from Musco misses low for ball 1. Actually, a pretty good gap out there in left center for Ringer. Another one missing low, and there goes Rosendale down a second. There's Rab out there in left, Hamilton in center for the Pirates. Not as much room between Hamilton and Kalich on the right side. With Ringer being a righty, would certainly tend to hit it in the left center gap. Puts one on the ground here, charging from third. Hoff throw over to first, in time to Kravosky to retire Ringer 5-3 for the third out of the inning. The Angels get a run. Xander Call putting the Angels on top 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the first here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Brady Pavlicko to lead things off here for the Pirates. In the bottom half of the first inning, Angels on top 1-0. Pavlicko playing shortstop here today, was 2 for 3 in the semifinal round with a run scored. On the mound for the Angels, Johnny Duke. Set the lineups here in just a moment. Brady takes the first pitch high and inside for ball one. Pavlicko leading things off. Tate Musco batting second. Connor Kalich playing right field, batting third. Devin Kravoski in the cleanup spot. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now. Duke to Pavlicko. Ian Hamilton's batting fifth. Crew Livingston batting sixth for the Pirates. Parker Hoff seventh. Alex Sutton eighth. And Hunter Rabb ninth. 1-1 pitch. Well, check swing. Did he go? No. Counted 2-1. Defensively, the Angels with Lucas Mathias out in left, Xander Collins center, and Braden Puowar in right. Now the 2-1 Duke to Pavlicko. Just off the plate, counted 3-1. Ethan Jenko playing third, Carter Rosendale playing short, Tyler Gasper playing second, and Jaden Ringer playing first. Duke pitching, Carson Scott catching to start this game. 3-1 pitch on the way. That pitch just off the plate for ball four. So leadoff walk for Brady Pavlicko and the Pirates. Pirates down early, 1-0. Now Tate Musco will come to the plate. Musco 1 for 3 in the semifinal round with a run scored. Getting the start on the mound today for the Pirates. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. We'll see how aggressive the speedy Brady Pavlicko is on the base paths. Now the 1-0 to Musco. In there for a strike. We're even up at 1-1. Tate's dad, Kenny, coaching first base for the Pirates here today. 1-1 on the way. Low count now at 2-1. Look out. There goes Pavlicko. Thought about going down to second. Now makes his way back to first. Of course, Kenny also the head varsity baseball coach at Uniontown High School. A lot of baseball knowledge. Actually a Brownsville grad. Musco takes one there. That's, of course, Tate at the plate. What a run the Brownsville varsity baseball team had this past year. All the way to the state semifinal round. 2-2 on the way. And Musco, line drive through on the left side. Past the outstretched glove of Ethan Jenko in the left. Quick rally coming in from Matthias. And safe at third is Brady Pavlico. Musco holding it first, but runners on the corner. So both Pavlico and Musco get aboard to start this bottom half of the first inning for the Pirates. Mentioned both of these teams wide margin wins in the semifinal round. Angels winning 10-0. Pirates an 8-0 win. Now Connor Kalich at the plate. He's been red hot. Takes the first pitch, and now catcher indifference as Musco moves down to second. Kalich 2 for 3 in the semis, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Also had a huge quarterfinal round game as well for the Pirates. That one fouled off by Connor. Talking to the Pirates coaching staff. Kalich also on a travel team, and he's been hitting the cover off the ball there as well. His dad, one of the Pirates' assistant coaches. Next pitch to Connor, and there for a strike. 2 strikes on Connor Kalich.
Just contact, big guy, contact.
Now the 1-2, low and outside, and Pavlico went halfway down the line like he might come home. Now the count 2-2. Johnny Duke to Connor Kalich. Pitch on the way, just off the plate. Now 3-2. Good start here for the Pirates in the bottom half of the first inning. Payoff pitch, Duke to Kalich. And Connor, a little chopper here to short. Rosendale throw over to first in time to Ringer. Does score a run on the play as Pavlico comes around to give Connor an RBI. Driving in Pavlico, Musco moves down to third. And one out here in the inning with Devin Kravoski at the plate. Kravoski, his lone hit a triple in the semifinals, also walked twice, picked up an RBI and scored 2 runs. Now the 0-1 fouled back by Devin. And counted 0-2. Now the 0-2, Duke to Kravoski. That one low, good block there from Scott. Now the 1-2. Just missing, low and outside. It missed by a munch. Pretty good pitch there from Johnny Duke. Count now even at 2-2. 2-2 on the way, and that one in there for strike 3. Freezing Kravoski. First strike out of the game for Duke. Second out of this bottom of the first inning. Game now knotted up at 1, and Ian Hamilton at the plate. Hamilton had inside the park home run and a double in the semifinal round. They moved them up in the order, now batting 5th. Take strike 1 here. Another Pirate that's been red hot. Now Duke's 0-1 to Hamilton. Low and outside. And Musco thought about coming down the line. Count out 1-1. 2 outs in the inning. You never know. Musco might try to go. That one fouled back by Hamilton. Count out 1-2. And Duke and the Angels a strike away from getting out of the inning. One 2 pitch. Fouled back again by Hamilton. A 1-2 again. Duke to Hamilton. High and outside, and here comes Musco down the line. And he'll put the Pirates on top at 2-1. Thought you might see that. The Pirates now on top, 2-1. 2-2 now to Hamilton. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll do it for the inning. Second strikeout for Duke, but the Pirates get a pair and lead it 2-1 after one. HARC Major League Championship game here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Lucas Mathias, Tyler Gasper, and Brandon Puo are due up for the Angels here in the top half of the second inning. Pirates now lead it 2-1. Angels got their lone run, scored by Xander Call after an infield single. Some aggressive base running brought Call home. Now Mathias looking for a big hit here to start the top half of the second inning. Big cut there, swing and a miss on the first pitch from the lefty Musco. Mathias 1 for 3 with a double in the semifinal round. A one pitch missing low, count now even at 1-1. Angels batting 10 here today. Drake Schaefer, the DH. That one, a strike on the inside corner to Lucas Mathias, count now at 1-2. Tate to Lucas. 1-2, just miss low. We're even at 2-2. Now the 2-2 on the way. That one nubbed, just foul. As Mathias stays alive. The Angels actually played their semifinal round game over 2 days. That started Wednesday. Right, the first inning and a half. Rain and thunder and lightning came. There's Mathias sending it on the ground. A little scoop there from Hofter over to first in time to Kravosky. To retire Mathias 5-3. A couple of nice defensive plays in this game from Parker Hoff over the third base position. Retired Ringard in the first and then retires Mathias to start the second. They mentioned the Angels got up big, actually led to either 8-0 or 9-0 when the rains came. And they came back again on Thursday, finished it off. At the plate, Tyler Gasper swinging a miss at the first pitch there from Tate Musco. You've actually watched the broadcast of that game. You saw I brought you the early innings. Gary Frankhauser came back the next day and brought you the later innings. 2-day broadcast. Part of one broadcast here on tape delay on the South Union Township Sports Network. And on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61 on our YouTube page by searching South Union Television. You can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/South Union TV for program updates. Musco's next pitch here to Gasper. In there for a strike on the inside corner. Another nice pitch there from Tate. Musco will wind and fire again. Breaking ball. And there's strike three. Just missing there was Gasper. First strikeout of the game for Musco. 2 up, 2 down. Here in the top half of the second inning. Pirates up 2-1 over the Angels. If you're just joining us. Now Braden Puowar at the plate. Puowar 1 for 3 in that semifinal round, playing right field here today. Takes a cut at the first pitch there that was high from Musco. Goes as a strike, though, as Braden offered. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Musco looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Now the 0-2 breaking ball swing, get a miss, strike 3. So a couple of strikeouts in a row there from Musco, sending down Gasper and Powowar, 1-2-3. Top half of the second inning, still 2-1 Pirates over the Angels as we move to the bottom of the second here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
Crew Livingston, Parker Hoff, and Alex Sutton duo for the Pirates here in the bottom half of the second inning. Pirates leading the Angels by a score of 2-1. Johnny Duke back on the mound for the Angels here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch on the way, finds the strike zone on the outside corner. To Crew Livingston, 0-1. Livingston 0 for 3, didn't manage to score a run off the fielder's choice in the semifinal round. Fouls one back there against Johnny Duke, and quickly 2 strikes on Crew Livingston. Carson Scott might have got dinged there a little bit. He's all right. Count again, 0-2. Duke to Livingston. That one high. Deflects right back to Duke. That one popped into the fence by Crew Livingston. Count again, 1-2. Pirates up 2-1. 1-2 again, just off the plate. Count now even at 2-2. Game wraps up the HARC Major League season. I think they'll have some all-star games here later in the summer. And there goes Livingston looking at strike 3. Third straight strikeout for Johnny Duke. Sent down Kravosky and Hamilton to end the first. Starts out the second by striking out Livingston. Now Parker Hoff coming to the plate. We'll swing and miss there at the first pitch from Duke. 0-1. Now the 0-1, missing high and inside. That pitch in there for a strike. Now 1-2 to Parker Hoff. Hoff 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored in the semifinal round. And playing third base here today. Duke trying to finish him off. That one high. Duke certainly starting to get into a groove with 3 straight strikeouts. Just yielded the 1 hit to Tate Musco. Did walk Brady Pavlicko to lead off the game. Swing and a miss. Down goes Parker Hoff. Now 4 straight strikeouts for Johnny Duke. And I'll bring up Alex Sutton. Sutton went 1 for 3 in the semifinal round, catching here today for the Pirates. Well, 2-1, Pirates over the Angels. Now Sutton will step in. Sun's starting to set. Haven't turned the lights on yet. First pitch in there for a strike to Alex Sutton. Clear skies, though. Quite a difference from earlier on this week when we had to battle the rainy conditions. Another good pitch there from Duke. Now the 0-2. That one high. A throwaway pitch there from Duke as Duke looks to strike out the side. And looking for his 5th strikeout already of the game. One, two. And there for strike 3. So Duke strikes out the side. It's a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the second inning, still 2-1. Pirates over the Angels after 2 here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Jenko, Schaefer, and Scott do it for the Angels here, top half of the third. Still 2-1, Pirates over the Angels here in the South Union Township Sports Network. Jenko went 0 for 2 with a walk in the semifinal round, playing third base here today for the Angels. One last throwdown there for the Pirates. Musco, so far in this game, just yielding the 1 hit to Xander Call back in the first inning. Aggressive base running, got Call around to score. The Angels' lone run. Musco versus Jenko here. First pitch low for ball 1. Ethan, a little guy. Certainly shortens up the strike zone a little bit for Musco. 1-0. Good cut there from Jenko. Couldn't make contact, though. Count at 1-1. On the 1-1, and no. Ball 2. Home plate umpire thought about strike 2. To most guys, it might have been a strike. To Jenko, it was a little high, and that one Jenko had a sidestep away from. Almost clipped him. Now they count at 3-1. Now Jenko showing a good eye in there for the Angels. Trying to get the Angels a leadoff base runner here in the top half of the third, and Musco misses low there for ball 4. A good start for Jenko and the Angels. Here in the top half of the third, down a run. Now Drake Schaefer at the plate. Schaefer swing and a miss. The first pitch from Musco gets away there from the catcher Sutton, allowing Jenko to get down to second. So now Jenko in scoring position. Another strike in there to Schaefer. 0-2 count. That one high. Count 1-2 now. Musco to Schaefer. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Does hop away from Sutton, throw down to third, and safe is Jenko, and he's going to head home. And Jenko slides into home, and we're tied at 2. So again, aggressive base running has produced a number of runs so far in this game. Both of the Angels' runs scored by Colin Jenko with aggressive base running. Now knotted up at 2. Top of the order, Carson Scott coming to the plate. Scott grounded out 6-3 first time up. First pitch, Musco to Scott, breaking ball. Musco taking some off of that one, had Scott off balanced. And Scott had a huge semifinal round game, going 2 for 2, couple of RBIs, a walk, 2 runs scored. Musco's 0-1 here to Carson Scott. Another breaking ball that Scott rips just foul. Almost took out Xander Call in the on-deck circle. Call it a duck out of the way of that one. A couple of breaking balls early on here. Musco to Scott. See if he brings another one here. 0-2. Another breaking ball that Scott went chasing. Strike 3, fourth strikeout of the game for Tate Musco. As Tate giving Carson a healthy dose of breaking pitches. Now Xander Call at the plate. Again, we mentioned Call. Infield single, couple of stolen bases. Runs scored first time up. Coming to the plate here with the bases empty and 2 outs. Here in the third, swings at the first pitch. Hits it right up the middle into center field. Charging on Ian Hamilton. Quick relay into Crew Livingston, but a 2-out single to center. Second hit of the game for Xander Call. And the Angels in business again with 2 outs here in the top half of the third with Johnny Duke coming to the plate. Duke had a well-hit ball that was caught by Ian Hamilton out in center field. It was the second out that was recorded in the top half of the first inning. Tate's first pitch here to Johnny Duke. Breaking ball that Duke pops up. And from the third base position, making the grab, Parker Hoff for the third out of the inning. So the Angels get a run back. We're tied at 2, moving to the bottom of the third here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Hunter Rabb, Brady Pavlicko, and Tate Musco due up for the Pirates here in the bottom half of the third. Game now tied at 2. Johnny Duke starting his third inning of work on the mound for the Angels. Finds the strike zone on the first pitch to Hunter Rabb. Hunter went 0 for 1 with a walk in the semifinal round, playing left field here today for the Pirates. Pirates batting 9 here in the championship game. Angels batting 10. Good cut there from Hunter. Couldn't make contact, and the count at 0-2. Johnny Duke has 5 straight strikeouts in this game. Sent down Kravosky and Hamilton to end the first. Struck out the side, Livingston, Hoff, and Sutton. In the second, looking to strike out Hoff to start Rabb, to start the third. Misses there on the 0-2. Counting out 1-2. Once again, Duke winds and fires. Pitch just misses low and outside, and now we're even at 2-2. Duke to Rabb, and there for strike 3. So Duke freezes Hunter. 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Now 6 straight strikeouts for Johnny Duke. Top of the order. Pavlicko at the plate. Takes ball 1. Now the 1-0. And there for a strike, we're even at 1-1. That one missing low and outside. And Brody Pavlicko. Now Duke steps off. Pitch just misses low and outside. Pretty good pitch, though, from Johnny Duke, looking for his 7th straight strikeout. Brody Pavlicko here from the top of the order, walked and scored a run first time up. Well hit ball here, nice snare at first. Jaden Ringer steps on the bag to record the out. 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. Ringer, a player down there at first. Doing a nice job there defensively. Now Tate Musco at the plate. Musco singled, stole a base, and scored a run first time up. Digs in here from the left side. First pitch from Duke to Musco. Misses for ball one.
Real big, Tater. Let's go.
Now the 1-0. Low and inside. Count now at 2-0.
Careful dropping your hands. Keep them and go. Come on.
Working here in the bottom of the third. Pirates and Angels tied at 2. HARC Major League Championship game. Two. Well hit ball here, getting past the outstretched glove of Tyler Gasper. So Musco, a 2-out single to right. His second hit of the game, and now Connor Kalich coming to the plate. Connor picked up an RBI on a ground ball first time up. Probably needing an extra base hit here to drive in Musco, but watch for Musco to try to get in a scoring position here quickly. Kalich swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Actually hit off one of the light posts and went bouncing near us to take cover quickly. All kinds of crazy deflections down here at the Beaner Field, and Kalich ground ball here right back at Duke. Nice play. Over to first to Ringer for the third out of the inning. So Kalich retired 1-3, and that'll do it here for the third. Now tied at 2. Angels and Pirates after 3 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
New pitcher for the Pirates, Devin Kravoski. Switching positions now with Tate Musco. Musco solid on the mound for the Pirates earlier, now playing first base. And Kravoski will face Carter Rosendale to lead off this top half of the fourth. It's Rosendale, Ringer, and Matthias for the Angels. Rosendale walked first time up. He's been a walking machine as of late, had 2 walks. An RBI and a run scored in the semifinal round. The Angels got things started with a run in the top half of the first inning. Pirates added 2 in the bottom half of the inning. Angels tied things up in the top half of the third. As Jerry pointed out to me in between innings, the Angels throughout the course of the season have been a 4th inning team. Let's see if that trend continues here today. First pitch, Kravoski to Rosendale in there for a strike, 0-1. Kravoski, plenty of power. With an off-speed pitch, though, on the first one to Rosendale. And Devin Long look into the dugout. Another lefty on the mound for the Pirates. Rosendale, chopper there to short. Pavlicko keeps it in front of him. Not able to make the play. That was a tough one, though, for Brody over at short. We'll give Rosendale a hit. And the Angels in business here to start the top half of the fourth. Now Jaden Ringer coming to the plate. Ringer had a well-hit ball on the left side that Parker Hoff stopped from the third base position back in the first inning. And Hoff's been solid defensively as Kravoski missed on the first pitch there to Ringer. Retired Matthias on a ground ball. Caught a fly ball from Johnny Duke. Kravoski again missing high here to Ringer. He's been a difference down at third for the Pirates here today. That one just off the plate again to Ringer. The 3-0 count, Kravoski to Jaden Ringer. Angels trying to get something started here in the top half of the fourth. 3-0 pitch right down the pipe for a strike. Now 3-1. Kravoski brought the heat. Now the 3-1. And there for strike 2. Hopped away from Sutton. And down goes Rosendale to second base. Just like that, we're full of 3-2. Kravoski will look back at second, 3-2. Pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice little bounce back there from Kravoski. Got to a 3-0 hole, came back with 3 straight strikes to send down Ringer. First strikeout of the game for Kravoski and the 5th for Pirates pitchers. Musco had 4 earlier. Now Lucas Matthias at the plate. Takes ball 1 high here. It's Devin Kravoski. Matthias grounded out 5-3 to start the second inning. 1-0 here from Kravoski to Matthias. Missed again. Count now at 2-0. Rosendale still dancing around the second base bag. Full house here in Hopwood tonight. 2-0 pitch on the way to Matthias. In tight. Count now at 3-0. See if Kravoski can rally back here. Matthias fouls off the 3-0 pitch. A little aggressive there at the plate. With a count at 3-0. Now 3-1 after the foul ball. Rosendale in scoring position. 1 out here in the top of the fourth in a 2-2 game. 3-1 on the way. High for ball 4. So Matthias draws a walk. Runners now on first and second, and Tyler Gasper coming to the plate. Gasper struck out swinging first time up, had a couple of walks in the semifinal round. Playing second base here today. Gasper deep in the batter's box. Matthias on first, Rosendale on second. 1 out as we work here in the top half of the fourth. Kravoski's first pitch to Gasper, chop foul. Now the 0-1. And therefore a strike. 0-2 now. Kravoski to Gasper. Braden Pawar due up next. 0-2. Fastball, strike 3. Kravosky freezes Gasper. Second strikeout of the inning for Devin. Now 2 on with 2 outs, and Braden Poowar, who was a strikeout victim of Tate Musco back in the second inning, coming to the plate. Poowar looks focused. First pitch, high from Kravosky. Runners advancing. Rosendale down to third. Matthias into second. Big spot here in the game, tied at 2, top of the 4th. There's a strike. Kravosky to Poowar. Count now even at 1-1. Kravosky will wind and fire the 1-1. That one high, hopping away. Heading to the plate, Rosendale, he's out. That'll end the inning. So the Pirates, the benefactor of a nice little deflection there. Off the fence, came right back to Kravosky, who tags out Rosendale at home. We're still knotted up at 2, heading to the bottom of the 4th here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Johnny Duke now working into the bottom half of the 4th inning. He struck out 6 in this game, including Devin Kravosky, who's at the plate now. First time Kravosky was up back in the 1st inning. Kravosky, Hamilton, and Livingston here in the bottom half of the 4th. This game tied at 2. Swing and a miss from Devin Kravosky. Kravosky drew a couple of walks in the semifinal round. Had an RBI, scored a couple of runs. His lone hit was a triple. Another big cut there, fouled off. Now 2 strikes on Devin Kravosky. Count now at 0-2. And that's strike 3. 7th strikeout of the game for Johnny Duke. And 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th. The Pirates have picked up just 2 hits in this game, both by Tate Musco in the 1st and 3rd innings respectively. Now Ian Hamilton at the plate takes ball 1 there from Johnny Duke. There's a strike. Both Pirates runs scored in the bottom half of the 1st inning. After Brody Pavlico walked, Tate Musco singled. Connor Kalish picked up an RBI. An aggressive base running got on the 2nd run. There's Rosendale on the throw going wide. Even if the throw was there, I don't think it would have got Hamilton. We'll give Ian a hit. Infield single. The Pirates a base runner here with 1 out. In the bottom half of the 4th, and Crew Livingston coming to the plate. That was a tough one there for Rosendale in the hole defensively. Livingston swings to the first pitch, grounded to 3rd. Jenko over to 2nd in time to retire the lead runner, Hamilton. Fielder's choice 5-4. The 2nd out of the inning. Now Livingston on 1st and Parker Hoff at the plate. Game still tied at 2. Duke's first pitch to Parker Hoff. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Park, relax, on something up here, baby. Let's go.
That one off the plate. Count even at 1-1. Low and in the dirt. Oak focused. Next pitch to Hoff. Swing and a miss. Count now even at 2-2. 2 outs with Livingston on first. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So we're still tied at 2 after 4. HARC Major League Championship game, Pirates and Angels. Moving to the top half of the 5th here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Esophageal reflux affects 20% of Americans and can lead to heartburn, regurgitation, chest pain, and difficulty swallowing. Reflux is caused by stomach contents passing a faulty valve and entering the esophagus. Ulcers and precancerous tissue can then form. Offer the latest testing and treatment for reflux disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Braden Boulwar, Ethan Jenko, and Drake Schaefer due up for the Angels here in the top half of the 5th. Angels and Pirates still tied at 2. After both of these teams cruised in the semifinal round. Angels winning 10-0, Pirates winning 8-0. This one nip and tuck here today. 3 of the 4 runs scored in this game were scored back in the opening inning. Angels jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Pirates scored 2 in the bottom half of the first. Angels tied things up in the top half of the third. That's been it as far as scoring here today as Braden Pawar takes strike 1 from Devin Kravosky, starting his second inning of work on the mound for the Pirates. Kravosky's 0-1 now to Pawar. And there for strike 2, Pawar struck out swinging against Tate Musco back in the second inning. Went 1 for 3 in the semifinal round. That consisted of games on a game being played over 2 days on Wednesday and Thursday, and there's strike 3. So Kravosky, who picked up a pair of strikeouts in the 4th inning, including sending down Tyler Gasper to end the 4th, starts out the 5th by striking out Braden Pawar, and just like that, we have 1 out with Ethan Jenko coming to the plate. Jenko walked, stole a base, and scored a run first time up. He'll take the first pitch here for strike 1 against Kravosky. Now Devin's 0-1 to Ethan Jenko. Another fastball right down the pipe, and just like that, count at 0-2. Got to be quick if you're at the plate with Kravosky throwing, especially when he brings the heat. 0-2. Goes with another fastball. That one high actually hit off the mask of the home plate umpire. You can tell Kravosky kind of knows. And we saw it with Musco a little bit earlier, too, which guys like the fastballs, which guys like the breaking balls. You saw Musco mix things up and give Carson Scott a healthy dose of breaking balls earlier. And here's Kravosky, all fastballs, sending down Ethan Jenko. Back-to-back strikeouts to start this top half of the 5th inning. Now 3 straight strikeouts, 4 in the game for Kravosky. And 8 strikeouts for Pirates pitchers. And now Drake Schaefer at the plate takes strike 1 here against Kravosky as Kravosky eyes striking out the side here in the top half of the 5th. Pirates the home team here today. That pitch just missing. The Pirates were the number 1 seed in this playoff field. Actually tied for first place with the Astros. Both teams went 13-3 in the regular season. Another strike there from Kravosky. Pirates won the tiebreaker, and then the Astros got upended in the semifinal round. Now Kravosky looking to strike out the side. 2 strikes on Drake Schaefer. Make it 3. A 1-2-3 top half of the 5th. Pawar, Jenko, and Schaefer all going down. Kravosky looking hot on the mound. Pirates now need some runs. We're tied at 2. Going to the bottom of the 5th here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
HARC Major League Championship game tied at 2. Moving to the bottom half of the 5th. New pitcher for the Angels, Carson Scott. Number of other defensive changes. We'll pass along in just a moment. Alex Sutton to lead things off for the Pirates here in the bottom half of the 5th. First pitch from Scott. Swing and a miss from Sutton. 0-1. Sutton struck out looking first time up back in the 2nd inning facing Johnny Duke. 0-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. Scott working quickly and effectively here to start the bottom half of the 5th. Now Scott's 0-2 against Alex Sutton, and Sutton a well-hit ball in the gap in right center field. And Sutton and the Pirates in business here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Big hit there from Alex Sutton. Xander Calls now catching for the Angels. Carter Rosendale playing second, Johnny Duke playing shorts, and Tyler Gasper out in center field. Hunter Harab at the plate. He'll take strike 1 against Carson Scott. Behind Hunter, though, the top of the order, and Brody Pavlico. A big spot in this game for the Pirates. Got to retake the lead. Rab taking one there outside. Count now even at 1-1. Scott's 1-1 to Rab. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count out 1-2. Here we go. Scott working quickly. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Just missed high and inside. Count now even at 2-2. Now the 2-2. Swing, get a miss. Strike 3. So Scott sends down Rab. One out here in the inning, but the Pirates now the top of the order up. Brody Pavlico. Brody walked, scored a run back in the first inning. Grounded out 3 unassisted on a nice defensive play made by Jaden Ringer. Back in the 3rd inning, let's see if the Pirates get a little aggressive here with Alex Sutton over at first as Brody takes strike 1 here against Carson Scott. Pirates might look for an opportunity here to try to move Sutton in a scoring position. Another big cut, but Pavlico unable to make contact. You count now at 0-2. Scott doesn't waste much time once he's in the groove. 0-2 here and there for strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Carson Scott, sending down Brody Pavlico. It'll be a tough one for him here, though, facing Tate Musco's 2 for 2 today with a run scored. Big spot here for Musco and the Pirates with Sutton on first. 2 outs here in the inning. Musco takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 4 hits in this game for the Pirates. Musco is 2 of the 4. 1-0 pitch. Off the plate again, now 2-0. Scott to Musco. Now Scott's 2-0. Swing and a miss from Musco. He wants that one back. Now 2-1. Now the 2-1. And a little nubber here to short. And a nice defensive play made. Johnny Duke over to Rosendale. 6-4 to end the inning. And we'll move to the top half of the 6th. Still tied at 2. Angels and Pirates here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We're tied at 2, top half of the 6th inning. Top of the order here for the Angels, Carson Scott, Xander Call, and Johnny Duke. Scott takes ball 1 from Devin Kravosky, starting his 3rd inning of work. 1-0 now, Kravosky to Scott. High for ball 2. Carson 0 for 2 today. Grounded out 6-3 back in the 1st inning, struck out swinging in the 3rd. Coming off a big semifinal that saw him go 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs and a pair of runs scored. Also walked in that semifinal round game. 2-0 pitch here, low now 3-0 to Carson Scott. As the Angels look for a base runner here to start the top half of the 6th. Pirates the number 1 seed. Angels upset the Astros in the semifinal round to get here to this championship game. 3-0 pitch, high for ball 4. So Kravosky, 4 straight balls to Carson Scott. And Scott on first. With nobody out, and Xander Call is 2 for 2 today, coming to the plate. Call scored the first run of the game for the Angels back in the 1st inning. Also had a single to center field last time up in the 3rd inning. And what do we got here? It's a little break here for one of the Pirates. And they're going to make a change. Might be it for Kravosky. We'll step aside for a quick timeout when they sort things out here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
So it's not a pitching change for the Pirates, it's a catching change for the Pirates. Parker Hoff, who was playing 3rd base, now catching. Connor Kalich moves from right field to play 3rd base. And Alex Sutton, who was catching, now out in right field. Now Xander Call at the plate with Scott on first. This game tied at 2. Nobody out as we work here in the top half of the 6th. Game Call's 2 for 2 today. Big cut there. Couldn't make contact against Devin Kravosky. And Scott's generally pretty aggressive when he's on the base paths. Swing and a miss. Another big cut from Xander Call. 0-2 now. Kravosky to Call. Now Kravosky's 0-2. Fastball in there for strike 3. So after walking Scott, nice little bounce back there as Kravosky retires Call for the first out of this top half of the 6th inning. And now Johnny Duke will come to the plate. Duke certainly due. Was 0 for 2 in the semifinal round. Did get hit by a pitch to get on base. 0 for 2 here today with a couple of well-hit balls, including a nice snag from Ian Hamilton out in center field. And here Duke takes ball 1 against Devin Kravosky. Now the 1-0. High again, 2-0. Haven't had a run scored in this game since the top half of the 3rd when the Angels played it a run. 3 of the 4 runs scored in this game back in the 1st inning. 2-0 now to Duke. Hit on the ground. Snag made by Kravosky. Goes to second to get the lead runner, Scott, for the 2nd out of the inning. A heads-up play there from Kravosky. And now you have Duke at first. Rosendale at the plate. Game still tied at 2. And Rosendale's reached base in both of his plate appearances. Walked back in the 1st inning. Infield single last time up. Takes ball 1 here against Kravosky. Now Devin's 1-0. Big cut there from Rosendale. Count now even at 1-1. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball misses high and outside. And 2 outs here in the inning. See if the Angels try to get Duke going on the base paths so they get an opportunity. 2-1 here to Rosendale. High again. Now 3-1. Kravosky to Rosendale. Jaden Ringer due up next. And there's strike 2. Now we're full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. High for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second, including Duke in scoring position with Jaden Ringer, another Angel who's due, coming to the plate. Ringer 0 for 2 today. Remember, he went 2 for 3 in the semifinal round with a triple and a double. Certainly the table set here for Jaden Ringer. Runners on first and second, game tied at 2, top half of the 6th. No matter what happens, the Pirates will have 3 outs to work with in the bottom half of the inning, and that one nubbed foul by Jaden Ringer. Counted 0-1. Ringer looking for one to drive here against Kravosky. Let's see if Kravosky gives him a fastball to work with. 0-1 pitch. He'll bring the heat. It misses inside. Count now even at 1-1. Now the 1-1 on the way. Another fastball that Ringer fouls off. Count out 1-2. And Duke down at second. Rosendale on first. Go ahead run in scoring position in this 2-2 game. And that one, strike 3 to Jaden Ringer right at the knees. So Kravosky, some solid pitching here in the top half of the 6th. Pirates an opportunity to win it in the bottom of the 6th, and we come back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Pirates need just one here in the bottom half of the sixth inning to win it. Tied at 2, Pirates and Angels. Pirates with a 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Kalich, Kravoski, and Hamilton. Kalich, an RBI on a ground ball, first time up, grounded out back to the pitcher in the third inning, facing Carson Scott here. Swings of the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. And Kalich coming off a 2 for 3 performance with a double and an RBI in the semifinal round. He's been playing some great baseball. 0-1 here, fouled off, and just like that, 2 strikes on Connor Kalich. Gotta stay relaxed if you're in the batter's box, if you're Connor Kalich right now. Trying to work out a little hole. 0-2 pitch, and Kalich nubs it foul on the left side. Scott to Kalich again, 0-2. Pitch on the way, fastball, strike 3, froze Kalich. 1 down here in the bottom half of the sixth. Might take extra innings here today. Devin Kravoski, who's 0 for 2 now at the plate. Kravoski had a triple in the semifinal round. Swings at the first pitch here. Nabbed by Scott. Scoops it over to Jaden Ringer for the second out of the inning. And so far, the Angels making things look pretty easy here defensively. Now Ian Hamilton coming to the plate. Hamilton had an inside the park home run in the semifinal round. We'll take ball 1 here against Carson Scott. Now the 0-1, Hamilton rips it on the right side, and it's over the head of Brady Palowar. Might we have another inside the park home run to win the game? Hamilton, they're waving him around. Hamilton going to the plate. Throw comes in, they have him caught between third and home, and he's out at, no, safe at third. Safe at third. What a sequence. Jenko had the tag. They said Hamilton got underneath it. So the Pirates still with life. A triple to right field from Ian Hamilton. His second hit of the game. I think they do the right thing, sending him around third there, just waiting for the throw to come in, but the relay was right on time. And now Crew Livingston coming to the plate. Scott versus Livingston. And Crew takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Crew, a little check swing. Scott needs to hurry. Throw over to first in time to retire Livingston at first. Wow. Bang, bang play. And we'll head to extras. Tied at 2. HARC Major League Championship game, Pirates and Angels here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
You don't have to travel to Pittsburgh to get good representation. We've been doing it since 1976. We've been successful. We can help you right here at home.
We know the nuances of the legal system in Uniontown in Fayette County. We know the nuances of the legal system in Waynesburg and in Washington.
We know the system. We know where the courthouse is, and we know where to park. And at our office, you can park for free.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
We're playing some bonus baseball here today. HARC Major League Championship game. Angels and Pirates tied at 2. Now going to the top half of the 7th inning. New pitcher for the Pirates, Crew Livingston. Remember, these pitchers limited to 6 innings this week. So Kravoski couldn't go any farther. It's now Livingston on the mound. Parker Hoff catching. Kravoski playing first. Kalich now playing second. Pavlicko short. Musco third. Rabb still out in left. Hamilton in center. Sutton in right. And it's Matthias, Gasper, and Powowar for the Angels. 2 up here in the top half of the 7th. Livingston's. I was going to say his first pitch, but he's showing a little hesitation here on the mound. Now set to go. Wind and fire. And first pitch swinging Matthias. High in the air, and Ian Hamilton makes the grab out in center field. Another nice play from Ian Hamilton out there in center field, recording the first out of this top half of the 7th inning. Now Tyler Gasper at the plate. Gasper 0 for 2 today. And a couple of walks in the semifinal round. Livingston's first pitch on the way, and therefore a strike to Tyler Gasper. The Pirates will have Hoff, Sutton, and Rab due up in the bottom half of the 7th, by the way. There's a little nubber on the first base line. Kravoski makes the play, 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. Some solid defense from the Pirates here in the top half of the 7th. 2 up, 2 down, and now Braden Powowar coming to the plate. Powowar also 0 for 2 today. Livingston's first pitch to Braden. Fouls it off the fencing again, 0-1. Now the 0-1, and this one nubbed right in front of the plate. It's a fair ball. Hoff over to first, wide throw. And now heading down to second will be Powowar. And he's in a scoring position. So there you go, just a little nubber. Sometimes is all it takes. And Powowar in business, Ethan Jenko. Now at the plate, remember Ethan got on with a walk, stole a base and scored a run first time up in the 3rd inning. And that's a duck out of the way of the first pitch here from Livingston. Pirates coaching staff telling their defense, hey, just relax. We have 2 outs in the inning. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss there from Jenko. Evens things up at 1-1. Just got to play defense at this juncture of the game if you're the Pirates. 1-1 now. Livingston to Jenko. Swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Ethan Jenko. Here we go. Livingston trying to finish off Jenko. That one's high. Count now at 2-2. Pitch on the way, and this one sent foul. The count remains at 2-2. Livingston to Jenko. Getting Crew a new baseball. The sun is set. Lights on. For extra inning baseball to decide the HARC Major League champion for 2018. 2-2, Livingston to Jenko. And once again, Ethan stays alive, fouling it off. Two again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Pirates, another opportunity to win it in the bottom half of the 7th now. Still tied at 2 when we come back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Parker Hoff, Alex Sutton, and Hunter Rabb due up for the Pirates. Need a run to win it here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Carter Rosendale, the new pitcher for the Angels. Swing and a miss from Parker Hoff. We'll get to the rest of the Angel defensive changes here in just a moment. Carson Scott's back catching, and there's the second strike on Parker Hoff. Mentioned Rosendale pitching. Xander Call playing second now. Ringer still at first. Duke at short. 2-strike pitch inside there to Parker Hoff, who's 0 for 2 today. Matthias in center, Schaefer in left, Pawowar in right. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Parker Hoff. Now Alex Sutton coming to the plate. Sutton had a single to right center field last time up. The Angels actually had an extra inning of Rosendale available this week because their 10-0 win over the Astros in the semifinal round went only 5 innings. That proved to be big here to get Rosendale as a normal starter in their rotation. Some work here in extra innings with these pitchers limited to 6 innings this week. Sutton looking for another big hit. And he rips one here. Nice little block down from Duke. Throw over to first in time to Ringer. Solid defense again, this time on the Angels side. Johnny Duke. Now Hunter Rabb at the plate. Rosendale, the Angels, looking for a 1-2-3, bottom half of the 7th. Question is now, how long will this one go tonight? First pitch to Rabb. Just off the plate. Hunter 0 for 2 today. Did draw a walk in the semifinal round. And, of course, behind Hunter, Brody Pavlicko on the top of the order. 1-0 here, high for ball 2. You're Hunter right now. You just want to make Rosendale throw some strikes. 2-0 now on the way, and that one low for ball 3. And the coaching staff telling Hunter, make Rosendale throw you a strike. 3-0 in there for a strike. I think Hunter wanted to swing at it. Now 3-1. 3-1 pitch on the way, in there for another strike. Now 3-2. 3-2. Off the plate for ball 4. So Hunter Rabb getting first base. At the top of the order, Brody Pavlicko now at the plate. Here we go. Rosendale's first pitch to Pavlicko. Little check swing on the right side. And Ringer unable to make the play. Little miscommunication there. Now runners on first and second. Are they going to say that ball hit Rabb? I thought it went off a Ringer. And they're going to say it hit him. I don't know. Let's take a look at the replay. I don't think that ball hit him. That ball went off a Ringer's leg, according to what I saw, and you can take a look at the replay. And here we go, a little discussion here with the umpires. And the umpires said they couldn't see it. Well, if you can't see it, I don't think you can call the guy out, can you? That's going to be it. Kenny Musco a little upset. And I agree with him. We'll go to the 8th. Still tied at 2 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Now on the top of the 8th, it's Schaefer, Scott, and Call. 2-up for the Angels. You had to look at that close play to end the bottom of the 7th inning. I didn't have a view of the replay like you did at home. I'll leave it up to you as far as what you thought. Certainly very close to there. Did it go off of Ringer first or go off of Rabb first? Certainly close. Pirates coaching staff pretty unhappy with the call. But we did see an instant reaction, though, and Jerry pointed it out to me in between innings. And the first baseman, Jaden Ringer, he was pretty sure that that ball went off a Hunter Rapp. So certainly a tough call for the umpires. And Drake Schaefer, followed by the top of the Angels order. Here in the top half of the eighth, Schaefer 0 for 2 today. Takes ball one low here against Crew Livingston, starting his second inning of work on the mound for the Pirates. Finds the strike zone there. Even things up at 1-1 to Schaefer. Now the 1-1. One's low from Livingston. Times all it takes is a base runner. Haven't had a run scored in this game since the top half of the third inning. That one inside to Schaefer. It's now a 3-1 count. And the pitch is low for ball 4, so Drake Schaefer draws a walk here for the Angels in the top half of the eighth. And now Carson Scott in the top of the order up. Look out, could be a big inning here for the Angels. Now Kenny Musco coming out. He'll talk to Crew Livingston. We're going to have a pitching change. Looks like it's going to be Connor Kalich on to pitch. We'll step aside for a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Drake Schaefer now on first. New pitcher for the Pirates is Connor Kalich, switching positions with Crew Livingston. Working here in the top of the eighth. Tied at 2. HARC Major League Championship game, Angels and Pirates. Everything a championship game should be. Now the top of the order up for the Angels. Big spot here. First pitch to Scott is low for ball 1. Now Connors 1-0 to Carson Scott, who's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Swing and a miss there from Carson. Big cut. Count now even at 1-1. Now the 1-1. Scott puts it on the ground to third. Musco to second to Livingston to get the lead runner Schaefer. So 5-4 on the fielder's choice. Good job there by the Pirates getting a lead runner. Musco a solid glove over at third. Now 1 out and Xander Call at the plate. Call 2 for 3 today. Did strike out looking last time up. Lefty, couple of singles. Scored the game's first run. Kalich's first pitch here to Call, and Call pops it up in foul territory over the fence and out of play. Now the 0-1 and time called. And Call was getting a little tired of Connor taking too much time. Now here we go. 0-1 on the way. And Call with a good rip there into center field. Hamilton with a quick relay in. Now runners on first and second. Third hit of the game for Xander Call. Now Johnny Duke at the plate. Johnny certainly do. He's 0 for 3 today. I guess they have a couple of vehicles with the lights on out there that are playing havoc. The guys at the plate. They've motioned for those vehicles to turn the lights off. Just one out here in the inning. Go ahead run. And Carson Scott at second base. Johnny Duke at the plate. Kalich's first pitch to Duke, high for ball one. Certainly a marathon. HARC Major League Championship game now working here in the 8th inning. And that pitch just missing low, getting away from the catcher Hoff. Throw down to third, not in time. So Scott now down at third. Call it second. One out here in the inning. And he can't afford to obviously give up a run in a 2-2 game in the top of the 8th. You might see them try to make a play at home here on a ground ball. Next pitch to Duke. Off the plate again. Now first base open. Of course, the advantage if you put Duke on, then you get the force out. In effect, with Rosendale at the plate, has reached base safely in every plate appearance today. Kalich needs a strike. And that one's high for ball four, and that'll load him up. For Carter Rosendale, ball got away into the plate. Scott scores the go-ahead run. And safe at third as well. The ball got away there on the exchange. And Scott scores, and it's 3-2 Angels. And now the Pirates saying they called time. Kalich saying he called time, and they didn't give it to him. Some close calls going against the Pirates here today. They had the controversial ground ball ruled out on Rabb. And now a situation where Kalich is saying, hey, he called time, and it wasn't granted. Now the Angels up one. Rosendale at the plate. Runners on second and third. You've Duke down at second. Call at third. Pirates now down a run. Just one out here in the inning. That one missing high to Rosendale. Rosendale's walked twice. Also had an infield single back in the 4th inning. Very consistent player for the Angels. That one missing high. First base open again. And you'll have Jaden Ringer behind Rosendale in the Angels' order. Swing and a miss that time from Carter. Good pitch from Connor to bring it down. Swing and a miss again. So a bounce back there again from Connor Kalich. And that ball just off the plate. Ball 4. That'll load him up again. Back-to-back walks issued by Kalich. Base is now loaded, and Jaden Ringer coming to the plate. Angels up 3-2. Carson Scott scoring the go-ahead run. And we have another pitching change here for the Pirates. We'll wait and see. Connor's dad trying to settle him down a little bit on the mound. Connor's going to stay in there. Jaden Ringer 0 for 3 today, certainly due. Mentioned he had a double and a triple in the semifinal round. So just one out here in the inning. Ringer, the 6th Angel to bat here in this top half of the 8th. Infield in for the Pirates defensively with the bases loaded. They can get the force out at home. Kalich taking his time. First pitch here to Jaden Ringer is high. Hops away from Hoff, who then regains and flips it back to Kalich. And here we go, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Connor. Now the 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? No. 2-1 now the count. Kalich to Ringer. Connor certainly taking his time. Infield remains in. Get the force out anywhere. 2-1 on the way. High again. 3-1. A walk would obviously walk in a run here in this situation. Here we go. 3-1 pitch. Connor calls time. Three and one the count. Kalich to Ringer. And Ringer pops it up on the left side. Rabb getting under it, makes the grab. They're going to tag, play it home, not in time. That was actually Alex Sutton now out there in left field that made that grab. The Pirates switching some guys around. They Rabb out in right. So sac fly RBI for Ringer. Driving in call. And Lucas Mathias at the plate. Now 4-2 Angels. And a big insurance run for the bottom half of the eighth. And the Pirates will have Musko, Kalich, and Kravoski up. Certainly the meat of their order. With an opportunity to get some back the bottom half of the inning. Mathias takes strike one there against Kalich. Runners now on second and third. 0-1 to Mathias is high. Count now leaving it 1-1. Now the 1-1, fouled back by Mathias. Count now 1-2. Kalich now sets. 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike three. So now 4-2, Angels over the Pirates, moving to the bottom of the eighth here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Tate Musko, Connor Kalich, and Devin Kravoski Two up for the Pirates here in the bottom half of the 8th. Pirates need 2 to extend the game after the Angels scored 2 in the top half of the inning. New pitcher for the Angels is Xander Call. He has 2 strikes on Tate Musco. Now the 0-2 to Musco, just off the plate, count at 1-2. Tate a couple of hits in this game. Singles back in the first and third inning. This is 4th plate appearance. He's 2 for 3 today. Calls 1-2, misses high. Now 2-2. And Tate's dad, Kenny, coaching first. Swing, get a miss, strike 3. Big pitches there from Xander Call. And the Angels 2 outs away from a HARC Major League Championship for 2018. Now Connor Kalich at the plate. Connor an RBI back in the first inning. Fouls off the first pitch here. The only other change I notice out there for the Angels, Carter Rosendale basically switching positions with Xander Call. Call was playing second base last half inning. Rosendale back in that second base position here for the bottom half of the 8th. Kalich set again. That one misses low. Count now even at 1-1. Now the 1-1. Hit on the ground by Kalich. Tough play by Rosendale. And Connor Kalich aboard. Infield single for Connor. Now Devin Kravoski coming to the plate. Devin certainly do. He's 0 for 3 today. Had a big triple in the semifinal round. Walked a couple of times. Picked up an RBI. Scored a couple of runs. Looking to get things going here in this championship game. He represents the game-tying run right now. First pitch, call to Kravoski. Misses for ball 1. Ian Hamilton due up behind Kravoski, and Hamilton's 2 for 3 today. 1-0 here to Kravoski. High, now 2-0. This one not over yet. Both of these teams, realizing the importance of the situation, certainly have slowed down the pace of play here in extra innings. Big cut there from Kravoski, couldn't make contact. Got now 2-1. And that ball hit into left and over the head of the left fielder. That was Tyler Gasper. Kalich rounding third. He's on his way to the plate. He'll score, and the Pirates back to within 1. And Devin Kravoski all the way down to third. He represents the game-tying run down at third. Now another little discussion. What do we got down here? I think Kalich was saying the third baseman kind of blocked him on the run. There was a little contact between the third baseman and Connor when he made the turn coming home. I think that was Ethan Jenko over there at third. So go in the books as a triple to left. RBI for Kravoski. Run scored for Kalich. It's now 4-3, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th. And Ian Hamilton at the plate. He represents the game-winning run right now. They're going to throw back to third. They're saying that Connor did not touch third. So we've had all kinds of controversial calls in this one. Now Hamilton at the plate. First pitch inside for ball one. This game's going to be fun going back and watching all these close plays. And Hamilton a rip through on the right side. Kravoski scores. Hamilton on his way to second. And he's a stand-up double. So now we're tied at 4 again. 3 straight hits for the Pirates. Here in the bottom half of the 8th. We're tied at 4, and Livingston now an opportunity to win it. Sends the first pitch foul. 0-1. Hamilton 0 for, or check that, Livingston 0 for 3 today. Only 1 out here in the inning. Kenny Musco telling Hamilton, hey, we need you to score. Livingston, a ground ball on the right side. Little miscommunication, but getting back on the bag. Rosendale sending it over to Ringer, and they get the out. A little helter-skelter, but they get the job done. And Livingston advancing. Hamilton down to third, and now it comes down to Parker Hoff. Hoff 0 for 3 today. Now the Angels bringing the infield in. And if you get a pass ball here, don't be surprised if you see Hamilton making a break here for the plate. It's been that kind of game. And the Angels discussing things here in a crucial 4-4 game. And a lot of folks thought when the Angels scored 2 in the top half of the 8th, that was it. Give the Pirates a lot of credit, rallying back here in the bottom half of the inning, getting 2 of their own to tie things up at 4. My 5 or 6 years down here at HARC doing games for the network, this has certainly been one of the most entertaining ones I've seen. And Hoff a swing and a miss there at the first pitch from Xander Call. Counted 0-1. Now the 0-1. Off the plate, we're even at 1-1. Carson Scott certainly has a big job right now as the catcher. Making sure he's catching all those pitches coming in from Xander Call with Hamilton down at third. That pitch off the plate again from Parker Hoff. 2-1 now is the count. Alex Sutton due up next, and Sutton has a hit here today. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have been foul tipped. Nonetheless, it's 2-2. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and we're going to the 9th. So both the Angels and the Pirates get 2 runs here in the 8th. Not over yet. The Angels will have Gasper, Perwowar, and Jenko due up in the top of the 9th when we come back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Now the top half of the 9th, tied at 4. It's now raining mosquitoes here at HARC. Gasper, Perwowar, and Jenko due up for the Angels. I don't know where they all came from, but getting pelted with them out here right now. Brody Pavlico now pitching for the Pirates. Kalich at third, Musco at short, Livingston at second, and Kravoski at first. With Hoff catching. First pitch here on the way in low to Tyler Gasper. Gasper 0 for 3 today, trying to get things going here for the Angels. Both teams scored 2 runs in the 8th. That one foul tipped by Tyler. Count out 1-1. Now the 1-1 on the way, off the plate. That one missing high. Got out 3-1. Pavlico to Gasper. Swing and a miss. Now we're full of 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of this top half of the 9th inning. Now Braden Puowar at the plate. Braden nubs the first pitch, just foul here on the near side. Now the 0-1. Just off the plate. I'll tell you what, I've never seen a swarm of mosquitoes like are coming at me right now. Here's the 1-1 on the way. This one hit on the ground to second. Livingston there, throw over to first in time to Kravosky to retire Puowar 4-3. Talk about a game that's had a little bit of everything. Now Ethan Jenko at the plate. Pavlico's first pitch here to Jenko. Low and outside for ball 1. That one hit foul. Just off the press box in front of our camera. Here we go again with 2 outs in the inning. Pavlico's next pitch to Jenko. Misses high. Swing and a miss there from Ethan. Count now even at 2-2. Now the 2-2 on the way outside. Count now full of 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Still tied at 4. Angels and Pirates here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back for the bottom of the 9th, Alex Sutton, Hunter Rabb, and Brody Pavlico. Due up here for the Pirates, tied at 4. A run wins it here for the Pirates. Xander Call still on the hill for the Angels. First pitch swinging, popped up high in the air on the right side. Getting under it, making the grab, Carter Rosendale for the first outs of this bottom half of the 9th inning. Hunter Rabb now at the plate. He walked last time up. And the top of the order, due up behind Hunter. First pitch to Hunter, and therefore a strike from Xander Call. Now the 0-1. This is low and outside. Evens things up at 1-1. One in there for strike two, counting out 1-2. That's strike three. Big strikeout there for Xander Call. 2 up, 2 down on the top of the order. Brody Pavlico. Pavlico walked and scored a run first time up. He's 0 for 3 for the game. Ground out in the third, struck out in the fifth. Another ground out in the seventh. Swings at the first pitch here, sends it foul. Oh, 1, high and inside. Count out 1-1. And there for strike two. Another big pitch from Xander Call. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike three. We're headed to the 10th. Still tied at 4 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
It's Schaefer, Scott, and Call due up for the Angels here in the top half of the 10th. Still tied at 4. Both of these teams scored 2 runs in the 8th inning. And the Pirates with Brody Pavlico on the mound for the second straight inning. Still working, battling the mosquitoes that about an inning and a half ago decided to come down and attack me outside with the lights on at full bore here, extra innings. And this game's had a little bit of everything. Certainly been entertaining here to decide the HARC Major League champion. And Drake Schaefer takes strike one here from Brody.
Hey, you got to keep your feet still in there. Hey, just make contact.
Top of the order, due up behind Schaefer. Remember, Schaefer did walk last time up. That one low and in the dirt. Count even at 1-1. That one inside. Did it clip Schaefer? It did. So Schaefer hit by the pitch. And Schaefer has first, now top of the order. Nobody out, Carson Scott. This is the same sequence the Angels had in the 8th. Schaefer then led off with a walk, and Scott hit into a fielder's choice. But the Angels managed to score 2 runs in the inning, but the Pirates came back with 2 of their own in the bottom half of the inning. Scott takes ball 1 here against Pavlico. That one in tight to Carson Scott. Certainly been a hard-played game with a lot of emotion on both sides here today. 2-0 now on the way. Misses low. Now 3-0 to Carson Scott. That one low and outside for ball 4. So Schaefer hit by the pitch. Scott walks, nobody out. 2 on, and Xander Call coming to the plate. Call single to center field last time up. In fact, he's 3 for 4 today. We'll take the first pitch here for a strike.
Xander, hey, we got nobody out
Telling Xander just put the ball in play. Going high and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Low and in the dirt. Hops past the catcher. Throw down to third. Not in time. Safe there is Schaefer. Scott into second. And big base running there from Drake Schaefer.
Second and third. Anywhere. Hey, there's no out. Anywhere in play. Let's go.
Big cut there from Call. Couldn't make contact. Big pitch there from Pavlicko. That one low and outside. I think we're full here, 3-2 we are. Payoff pitch. Outside for ball 4, that'll load them up. They had Schaefer hit by the pitch, back-to-back walks issued by Scott and Call. In fact, Pavlicko is the 5th pitcher already used by the Pirates here today. Certainly getting close to running out of arms. They have 9 guys dressed here today. Now Johnny Duke at the plate fouls off the first pitch right off the home plate umpire. He's all right. Counted 0-1. Game still tied at 4 as we work here in the top of the 10th. Now the 0-1. Big cut there from Duke. Couldn't make contact, and now they count at 0-2.
Johnny Duke. Come on, Johnny.
Instructions to Duke. Put it anywhere in play. 0-2 pitch. Duke stays alive, fouling it off.
Anywhere on this field scoring a run.
Count still 0-2. And a well-hit ball through on the left side. Snare, they're out on the left by Sutton, but 2 runs will come across. As Schaefer and Scott score on the play, it's now 6-4 Angels. 2 RBI single to left for Johnny Duke. Still nobody out. Now Carter Rosendale at the plate. Rosendale has reached base safely in every plate appearance today, has 3 walks and an infield single. Now the Angels up 2. Rosendale, big cut there, swing and a miss. Had 2 walks, Schaefer hit by a pitch, and Duke single here in the inning. Rosendale fouling one back there. 0-2 now on Rosendale. That one just missing low. Now 1-2. Pavlicko to Rosendale. That one fouled off the fencing.
Out, right? We just got to put it somewhere in between the lines, bud. Let's go.
Count 1-2. Pavlicko to Rosendale. That one's high. Count now even at 2-2. Rosendale pops it up in foul territory and out of play. Count remains 2-2. Two now on the way. In there for strike three. Big pitch from Pavlicko. First out recorded this inning, and the first time Rosendale's been retired in this game at the plate. Now Jaden Ringer. Ringer sac fly RBI last time up. Was 0 for 3 prior to that at-bat. 2 already across here for the Angels in the top half of the 10th. Angels lead at 6-4. That one missing low. Hops past the catcher Hoff. Throw down to third, not in time. Call safe at third. Duke into second. Count 2-0. Ringer asking for confirmation of the count. Ringer fouls it back off the fence. Count out 2-1. That ball actually in foul territory, going right off the Angels' first base coach. Probably stung a little bit. Count now even at 2-2. That one high and inside. Count now full at 3-2, 1 out, 2 already across here for the Angels in the top half of the 10th. They lead at 6-4. Payoff pitch to Ringer. Well hit and through on the left side. Relay coming in, 1 run already across. Second run will score. Ringer's on his way to third. He'll stop right there. 2 RBI double for Jaden Ringer. Advancing down to third on the throw. Colin Duke score on the plate. It's now 8-4 Angels. Still just 1 out, and Lucas Mathias at the plate. Mathias, the 7th Angel to bat here in this top of the 10th. Pavlicko's first pitch to Mathias, fouled off. Counted 0-1. Remember, the Pirates still have 3 outs to work with in the bottom half of the 10th, and they'll have the meat of their order up. Musko, Kalich, and Kravoski. That one fouled off by Lucas Mathias. Count at 1-2. Swing, get a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Pavlicko, sending down Mathias. Now Tyler Gasper at the plate. Tyler 0 for 4 today. Pirates and Pavlicko just trying to get out of the inning right now, after yielding 4 already in this half inning. First one fouled off there by Gasper. That one sent foul again by Tyler Gasper. Oh, 2, high and inside. That one fouled off again as Gasper stays alive. Now the 1-2 in there for strike 3. So the Pirates will need at least 4 in the bottom half of the 10th to extend this game when we come back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Xander Call still on the hill for the Angels. The Pirates will the meat of their order up here in the bottom half of the 10th. Tate Musco, Connor Kalich, and Devin Kravosky. But they'll need at least 4 to extend this game. Been a wild one here. Angels struck first to run in the top of the first. Pirates came back with 2 in the bottom of the first. Angels scored the top of the third. It tied at 3. There's a little number caught by Ethan Jenko. What a grab. Good job, Ethan. Taking one away from Musco. And just like that, 1 out. Now Connor Kalich at the plate. Connor had a big infield single that got things started for the Pirates in the 8th inning. Big cut there and a swing and a miss. And after the Angels scored 1 in the top of the third, it tied at 2. Didn't have a run scored till the top of the 8th, and the Angels got 2. Pirates matched them back at the bottom of the 8th. That one inside to Kalich. The Angels scoring 4 in the top half of the 10th. Now the Pirates needing 4 here in the bottom half of the inning to extend this game. There's a strike on Connor Kalich. Xander Call coming through with some big pitches here the last 2 innings. Kalich sending another one foul. Ripped one on the right side. 2 strikes on Connor Kalich. And Connor reaching out, a little nubber here on the right side. Rosendale charging, flips off to first in time to Jaden Ringer to retire. Kalich 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Now the Angels just 1 out away from a HARC Major League title. Devin Kravosky at the plate. The Pirates going to have to string together some production here at the plate to extend this game. Kravosky had a triple last time up. Has 1 strike on him here already. Now the 0-1. Just off the plate. 1-1 call to Kravosky. That one misses low and outside. 2-1. Game's lasted over 2.5 hours. We're here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Fouled back. Now the Angels is 1 strike away. As Call looked to finish it off. Now a little 1-hopper. 2-2. Now here we go. 2-2. She must have been 3-2. Missed one along the way, so it's a walk there for Kravosky. And he gets on board. Remember, the Pirates need 4 here in the bottom half of the 10th. Ian Hamilton's been red hot today. A home run away from the cycle, in fact. Infield single in the 4th, triple to right field in the 6th. Doubled last time up in the 8th. Count 1-0. Sends one foul. Count now 1-1. Kravoski on first, 2 outs. Pirates down 4. 1-1 pitch to Hamilton. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Once again, the Angels just a strike away. One-two to Hamilton. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. It took 10 innings and a lot of emotion from both teams. Give both of these squads a lot of credit. They played hard here today. Back and forth game. And the Angels struck first. Pirates came back with 2 in the bottom of the first. Angels tied it up with a run in the top half of the third. Angels went up 4-2, top of the 8th. Pirates came back 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. But a 4 spot from the Angels in the top of the 10th inning. Standing tall here today as the Angels pick up an 8-4, 10-inning win over the Pirates to capture the HARC Major League title here at the Beaner Field at Hutchinson tonight. And tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiff-Bauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Unic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith and their staff. Didn't have to battle the rain tonight, did battle the mosquitoes, and certainly worth it. This HARC Major League title game. Probably the most exciting game we've seen down here in a number of years. In 10 innings, the Angels knock off the Pirates by a score of 8-4. For Jerry Dupay, I'm Brian Morozak. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.